welcome along and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. Today we are going to be loading up the train, which has just arrived, and getting a whole load of stuff sold. We're also looking to get the last few items needed for stage 2 of the roller coaster done. So that is going to be 3,000 liters of wooden beams, which thankfully we have got here available to us. So yeah, first things first, I want to get the train loaded up, get that heading off, and then we can just drive the beams down to the roller coaster, and hopefully that is going to be enough for us to actually get a new area of land. I want to expand our forestry operation today, get things moving, and hopefully be into the next stage. Oh, need to be careful of that. It's always a little bit interesting trying to unload stuff with that gap. In fact, whoa. Don't know why that happened. I'll get that corrected. But yeah, I should really use the arm we've got on this, which is the whole reason we got it. It would make getting things on the train like that a lot simpler. So let's try this again. This time we will do it with the arm extending a bit. So out we come and line ourselves up. I want to get both the straps down on this. I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic with where the straps are. Plus, hopefully that means things will fly off a little bit less. Yeah, you see, then we just lay that down like that. And it should go on there fairly easily. Oh, yeah, it doesn't always let go. That is the problem I find with the forklifts in Farm Sim from time to time. I find the trick of disconnecting it and reconnecting it works. But you can end up with some strange side effects from that. Let's get this onto here then, and in like so. There we are. So how many of these have we got? Not a huge amount of standard planks. I think, is that 6? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I think a single stack of these should work. We can put these two on here and just push them on a little bit. So that on there. Yeah, much better with the extending arm on this. Makes loading up this train much easier. Just push those on a bit, because then we'll be able to get another third one on here. We'll go too high with these. I know we've got lots of space on there, but I'm kind of not wanting to move the train. If I avoid moving the train, we can get the fabricated bits, the fabricated walls on here fairly easily. So let's not worry too much about that. What I want to do, though, is put these two on top first, because then we can push the whole stack to the back and not worry too much. In fact, we're probably going to put the third one on the top as well before we load the last two onto this. Are we nicely lined up? We're not bad. Chat out a bit more. Right, and on top, like that. And then, yeah, one more on top, and then we'll stack the last two on the edge, pushing the whole stack across a bit. The train does position itself quite nicely to load up two sections like this. If you have only got a small amount of stuff like we have here, then this makes sense to stack them like this, all in the middle of this section. You might spread them around a little bit otherwise, but this here seems to work fairly well for us. So let's, oh wow, that is not overly happy. There we go. Right, back out a little bit and lift them on. Again, get that onto that. Whoa. Okay, this is the only problem with extending the arm, is it does unbalance the teletruck a little bit. But this can still go a little bit further. Yep, that'll do. I'm not going to risk that any further. That will strap on and should be, yeah, strapped fairly well on both sides. So that's all good. Right, just our large ones to do, and then we can send the train off. And this time we're not going to ride it the whole way down to the sell point. We'll just return the train, and it should head off to go and sell things itself. Oh, I was thinking, oh, that's on there a little bit more stably. But nope, this really needs some nice long forks, these. It would make a lot more sense for getting these prefab walls onto this trailer. Thank which onto here. And yeah, we've spoken about this front trailer many times, and how it seems to do these walls better than anything else. Where though? There we go. So get that on, and then we got space for one more just next to it. And oh, and we've got a set of long boards down in the main part of the sawmill. So we need to go pick those up and get those sold as well. So we've got a set of long planks and a set of wooden beams. So this is the other, or the final 1,000 meters of wooden beams we need. Can I get back via the road? As normal, we're causing a traffic jam over there. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go around. So on to the road here. Should really have my beacons on running around on the roadway here, because this is a public road. But hop over here. Whoa. And round like so. That'll work fine. Right, gonna drop these planks off on here. We'll just drop them off on the front section, because that makes sense. We can then just put our JCB on the back, get those off the tips, and get them onto here. Yeah, that's quite a traffic jam our train is causing, but it's worth it because we're going to make a decent amount of cash. That was nearly too far. A little bit further. There we go. Off it comes, and strap it back down like that and like that. Right, back in here, and let's send the train off, I think. Yeah, let's send the train off. That can now go and make some money for us. So, off you go. £246 leasing costs for all that. But I'm very happy because the train is off. Just got to get these two on our forks, spin them around, and yeah, onto the trailer. It might be easier to load them from the other side, considering we got that one on this side. I'll just stay on my forks, please. Yeah, there we go. This thing's a little robust. I mean, you can't see anything out of it with this forest cage on, but it's a robust little skid steer. This. I was worried, and a few people at the time pointed it out, that this has less power and less weight than the Kubota we had that we were leasing. But it's working out better for us than my concerns really warranted. It's stable, it does the job. We're not putting it through an awful lot of trauma, you know, asking too much of it, and it's still able to maneuver around, and getting the wheels rather than the tracks was definitely a good way to go. That's not to say I think at some point there isn't space on the farm for something like the Kubota, but at the moment this is a better fit for our logging setup. Right, let's load this up, get our back bits in, get our ramps in, and head down to the... Oh, I've got to go through here. Head down to the roller coaster and get that stage of it finished off. So yeah, we made 43,000, more than we've made since April, which is great. So that's gonna put us, well, that puts us very nicely into buying pretty much any piece of land around our current logging camp that we like. So, brilliant. We will go and drop this off. We're going to make a little bit more money for the 3,000 liters we've got here of the wooden bars, of the wooden beams. And we'll see where we are after that. Before we continue, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create my own custom line of PCs suitable for everybody from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. Apex Gaming PCs are offering up to $250 off your next purchase just by using my link in the description below. So go check them out. So this should complete stage 2 of the roller coaster. Bring us down here. Yeah, into here. We'll just demonstrate this before we do. So I'll swing in. And here. This definitely seems to be building. There definitely seems to be a change. We are required is 3,000 liters of wooden beams for the next step. We have 3,000 liters of wooden beams. So it should just be a case of driving this over here to the drop-off point. In they go. And there we are. So that will slowly be used up from the storage. I'm really trying to see if there's any animation or anything. Nearly 9,000 for that. 8,500 liters. Yeah, no obvious changes. But that will now feed through for the next day or so. So we're going to head back up to the logging camp. And then we're going to go and scout out some locations. And see if we can't find somewhere to expand into that's going to give us a lot of wood to keep moving forwards. And for this, I don't really want to be running around in this truck anymore. We want to go and get our pickup truck. And we'll bring this down here and park in our logging camp area. At some point, I'm hoping to have enough excess money to fully develop this. I wonder if we can see any trees growing up yet. Those? No, nothing yet. Where are our little... Well, actually, are these little trees? No. No sign of our trees yet. Unless... Well, it's possible that these are... Well, these could be. These very much could be our little saplings. Don't obviously seem so, but there's enough of them kicking around here when I don't think these were before. In fact, best way for me to do that is head over here and have a look as well. And yeah, we've got lots of them over here as well. So I think these may well be our saplings. We'll keep an eye on them and we'll see how things progress. But at the moment, yeah, it looks like we may have some stuff sprouting and coming up. I don't know, because I don't know if we went this close. So, yeah, I should have really kept better track of them. Let's go and have a look at where we want to be looking at. So we have, I think, 111,000 that we can spend. That basically gives us access to anything the other side of the river here, except for area 9. 19 is good. 21 is good and is fairly close. 17 would be amazing, but it's 215. So realistically, we're looking at probably... do you know what? 11 looks really, really full of trees on the map. I don't know if that is the case with the actual area. So let's go and scope it out. We should be able to get round it in the truck and have a drive over it. It looks fairly hilly, is my only concern. And we're going to be working on quite a steep, wow, yeah, very steep area if we do this. Up here, though, we've got a few trees that would be doable. What, this is 23 meters, 24. That's deadwood. That is 17 ponderosa pine. 35, 23, 36. So, yeah, there are quite a few trees in this area. Would be probably quite a good return on investment. A few rocks for us to do as well. It also has an area over here that, while this looks populated on the map, really isn't. The one worrying, slightly concerning thing is we're getting into the giant sequoias over here, which, from all accounts, are a pain to work. There's not many of them. I think we've got 1, 2, got 4 here, maybe 5. Yeah, so there's not that many of them on the land. Whereas if we go and have a look at the next area over here, area 10, this is full of them. So our better bet, I think, is going to be over here, and where we've got a good set of lodgepole pines, a good set of ponderosa pines, and can probably make a decent amount of money off it. So yeah, I think that's a good choice. It's also not overly expensive. This area here, 11, is only 70,000. That does leave us with 40,000 to cover any other costs that we want, which is quite good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is also the cheapest area nearby our logging camp. So yeah, let's buy that. We will buy 11. Yes. And there we go. We now own this area just the other side of the river. And we're going to be able to get some trees cut. There's a couple of trees in there that are just going to be real pains to deal with. But otherwise, we are all good. Let's take a quick look in the shop and the sales. And oh, wow. So there's that lizard cab over flatbed, which would be good for small stuff, but I don't really want to do that. I'm very tempted to get a little bit of fun, though, with that Husqvarna bike, just so that we can ride around the map on that. Everything else is looking pretty good, though. Right. We left our truck over here, didn't we? Yep, in the top. I'm going to get the truck because I want to use today to investigate a couple of the other things we have on the map. So first thing I want to look into is to go and have a look at what it will take to get the boat building started. We've got the grass. We're looking to get some sheep to graze and to work with, and we want to get into the boat building, which of course is down here. Boats are worth about $1 million, $1.5 million. I think Dagwin sold one for like 800,000. So he's more likely to be running on hard, I think. Yeah, I don't want that. I want this. 125,000 to get the boatyard going. But we can sell stuff to it. I don't know if we can sell stuff to it and then buy it as it gets close to completion. That would be interesting. I doubt that's the case, though. So that would be a good choice, but we need a decent amount of money. The other item I want to try and find is the furniture factory, because I have the feeling that once we've built this next stage of the roller coaster, we will be looking to get some furniture. Has that No, I thought more of that had been built. Yeah, it's going to take a while for these wooden beams to go through. So let's go and see if we can find the furniture factory, because we are going to be needing that in the near future as well. And actually, the furniture factory can be found really close to a factory we already own. It is right here next to our wood turner. So let's stop this here and we'll go and have a look. How much does it cost to buy this? 110,000. Wow. Okay. So we're going to have to sell some more stuff, get some more stuff together to do that. So 120 or 200 and 35,000 actually for both of those to get things moving forward with that. So that's going to be an interesting one. We've got a lot of work to do to get those two things running. I do want to go and buy one thing from the shop today, which of course is going to immediately diminish our money. And then we're going to go and have a look at exactly how much iron ore we've got left in our iron furnace and see if we can't increase that today as well, and make sure that we keep that running. Down to the shop. Let's grab a parking space over here. There we are. Jump out. And right, what I want to get isn't in the sales, unfortunately. Should be under miscellaneous, I think. We want a trailer. And I think the trailer we want is probably the Brockman. I need something to take our little skid steer around and load up probably the flat the truck bed. So that would work quite well. I don't think there's anything in the bale loaders that I've added. No, nothing in there. So yes, let's get one of these. This is 8,000. You know what? I think I can lease this and it not cost me much at all. I need to make sure I get the wheel setup I want. Standard or standard 2. I prefer standard 2. And the number plate on it, we want to match the truck. So that's Zach B. And let's lease it. So 408 and £80 a day. Yeah, that is by far the better way to do it. We make way more money than that per day. And that will pay that off over time. So that's good. Let's grab our truck. I really, really like this 3500. I do have the 2022 and I want to try it. And our truck bed that we've got on here, because we've got the crew cab version of this, would fit this as well, which is great. So yeah, it's all good. But this is mainly for when we're doing smaller journeys with stuff, and either needs to take our little skid steer with us, or we just need to transport a little bit of stuff that won't just fit in the bed of our truck. So we'll drop this off here, just like that. Sort all of this out later, I think. And then I want to have a look at my productions. And we've got nothing running at the moment other than the metal. It's got 17,000 litres left in there, so there's a reasonable amount. Our trailer, that will hold... Thinking of just topping everything up. Where's our trailer? Is our trailer leased? Yes, our trailer is leased. That will hold 48,000 litres. So we could go and get 30,000 litres of iron ore and top that up, and then not have to worry about it for a while. So let's just spin this around and go and do that. Should probably have unloaded my skid steer first, but never mind. We're fine. And I don't want to get onto the logging of our new area until next time. I want to devote basically an entire episode to that, so that we can get in there, we can get logging, and we can get set up. And I don't want to really get distracted from that. I need to know what the next stage of the roller coaster needs. So we can't really move forward until we've got that either. So yeah, I think it's a case of we'll just take this. We'll head up to our mine, or to the mine. There we go. We've got somebody in there. Yes. And we'll go grab ourselves about 30,000 litres of ore. Should do it. So as before, the way I like to do this is to loop our entire convoy around, position the trailer so that we can easily load it up. And it goes around the outer edge like this. Very nicely. Oh, there's a trail up there. I do wonder if I got that trail bike, how well it would work getting across here. All right, let's get that. Somebody said you need to get the trail at like a 45-degree angle to easily load things up. I don't know. I'm not happy with where I've got it here though. I pulled in a little bit too far. Let's bring it around on the road here. Yeah, maybe there-ish. That's a good position. Jump back in here, and I think we hold 30,000 litres in our bucket. Take off the top initially. Yeah, so 10 loads is all we need. Maybe a little bit more, and then we'll be able to just top up our iron furnace and produce some more rolls of metal that at the moment are automatically selling on a regular basis and bringing us in a nice bit of cash. Not as much as if we sold them individually, but yeah, it's a lot of work and it's a whole time versus effort thing. This should be our last load for now. About 10,000 litres. I will check how much we have in the actually in there, because, well, yeah, we know it takes a full trailer's worth. 16,900. I think we can put another. I'm going to put another 3,000 litres in here. It'll be more than we need, and it'll leave a little bit in our trailer, but that's fine. We can always tip excess in at a later time, especially as we should be able to handle that. There we go. That is into there. Let's get this down, and oh, I really need a pressure washer. I think I might go onto the website, onto the mod hub, and see if I can find a mobile pressure washer. I'm fairly sure there is one, and I think it would work better for us than doing a static one. Our wheel loader has been returned to the logging camp, and yeah, we still do have actually a whole load of metal sitting out the side here. That is because that was there before I decided to do the automatic selling. Let's back this up here. Can't see what I'm backing up to. Be on target, or not quite. But yeah, that's sitting there in case we need it. In case we find we have a production that needs some of that in order to work. However, this is going straight in and is going straight to be sold once it's been processed. And it should work out really well for us, getting some extra cash in. Is all of this going to fit in to our iron furnace? I think it's going to be about 1,000. No, it has all gone in. Wow. Yeah, wow. It'll take more than 48,000. We could have filled this trailer up and delivered a full trailer full. I will need to remember that for the future, because yeah, that was we could do a full trip when we are, well, pretty much where we were. So 16,000. There is plenty of space in that. Now, I need to clean up a little bit around the yard. We have lots of vehicles and equipment out of place. We also need to get ourselves ready for doing forestry work next time. Actually cutting some trees down and doing some logging. So, let's back this up into here. Like so. Yeah, get nice and close to the trailer. Although it doesn't make much difference because we're going to be pulling out that logging trailer next time anyway. And once we've got this out of the way, we can connect this back up to our flatbed. Get our little skid steer off that, and get the flatbed parked up next to these two. So back this up here. And on. Like so. And then connect those up. Does this have... No, it doesn't. Sometimes these have a ball joint on the back. In which case you can connect the trailers up. Right, and those ramps out. Let's undo all these straps. And get this out the way. Like that. Yeah. A great little JCB. Absolutely brilliant. I love this skid steer. And now this is the little telly skid. Yeah, we've had two versions of this JCB skid steer. We had one on Oldstream Farm that was similar but not exactly the same. There is a difference between the two, and so we've had that and enjoyed that, and now I'm enjoying this this new version that's kicking around. Yeah, they are not identical. They are very similar though. Can I spin this around here without hitting my truck? Nope. I'm gonna have to back it into a position where... Oh no, that will work. Ooh, that's gonna go too far. Yeah, it's gonna go into a position that I don't want it in, but we should be able to straighten up and then get it into the actual position I want it in. Like so. Nice little bit of maneuvering in a tight space. Tight space of my own making, but it's still a nice bit of maneuvering into here. And get all of our trailers out of the way. We really do need to get this logging camp properly sorted. Disconnect. Disconnect. And then our truck can be parked over this way. I'm gonna drop my bucket for this over here. And in getting ready for doing some logging next time, we'll grab the log grab. Squeeze between those two and grab that. Oh, has it fallen? Oh, it's fallen over, hasn't it? Yeah, we were worried it was going to go into the river. There we go. And this will just back up out the way over here next to our truck. And then the last thing to do is just sort out my my pickup truck. And the new flatbed we've got, that can just squeeze in under the tree as well over here. I'm going to have to pull out this other trailer in a moment. There we are. See? Neatly put away. And then we've got tiny distance to go and get the next one. Grab that there. Grab. And there. And there we go. Because we need this out in order to bring it over here and do some work on this bit of kit. Although I am going to have to turn this first because we don't want that on the front left. So that can go down there. And actually, will that disconnect? Yeah, there we go. And nicely out of the way, because the one thing that I forgot with getting a new area and doing some new work is we don't have anything to delimb our trees unless we do it ourselves. So, yeah, let's, while we got the money, get this customized and put the this head back on it. It's 32,000. We have 46. So that is absolutely going to be fine. Let's customize that. Yes, please. And there we go. So that's got the quick release head off. Ooh, it spun a little bit. But that's got the quick release head off and the delimber on, as we had with the leased version before. Disconnect this and that. There we go. And then we'll go park this over by our tent, which is still nice in the summer. But oh, that was a cold winter living out in this tent here. We need to, I think we need to aim. I think aim is to get a house built by the next winter, so that we are able to have a nice warm setup. In fact, I think having our logging yard, having our yard here completely done and dusted and built is a good thing to do by the winter. I don't know if we'll get enough money in for that. We'll find out, because we are going to be doing a lot of logging over the next few videos. Now that we have our new area. For now, though, I think this is where we're going to end it for today. So, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.